I didn't do any of the stereotypical like pack a bag, close checking and savings accounts, or put her things in plastic bags. That would have meant some planning and thinking, neither of which I was capable of just then. When a man confirms that his wife is cheating on him, what in the hell would anyone expect? Rationalism? Calm? Thoughtfulness? All I felt was a deep sadness and slightly sick to my stomach. It's funny that the end of something, even something bad, is sad and upsetting. While I no longer loved Delia, I had been married to her for over 9 years, a good part of my life. I was losing that, so yeah, it was sad. No, what I did do was sit down in the family room and wait. I wanted this to come to an end, a loud and nasty conclusion. I had given her my position that morning, and she knew exactly what it was. I told her that there were no excuses for cheating and no second chances. It would be interesting to see what her plan was. Would she deny that anything happened? Deny that she was having an affair? Pretend that she was just friends and that she was trying to get advice? What? Well, time would tell. As I sat there, I heard the garage door go up and that monstrosity of hers pull in. It was so loud with that huge engine that she needed to haul around a bag of groceries. I always believed that she was just trying to compensate for something. Maybe it was me. Maybe I was too small, too unskilled, and too timid to suit her, and she needed this to make up for her lack of stimulation here at home. That had to be it. Just like the commercial where the person gets pushed aside, so they go buy a Hummer. Like that would help. Apparently, it hadn't helped her either. She had to go find someone else to do for her what I couldn't. The door flew open and Delia came in on the run. "Pete, where are you?" She came rushing in a great room and spotted me sitting there. She came to a full stop and just watched me. I think she was waiting for me to attack, but I just sat there, not even looking at her. It was her problem, not mine. She F up, not me. She was the guilty one, and I was the one hurting. Why should I have to say anything? Christ. All I wanted to do was go get drunk. That's what she did to me. She came into the room, started to sit beside me, but stopped when I looked up at her. The look on my face was enough to make her move over to the chair and sit. I settled back on the couch and waited. It's not what you think. I don't know how or why you were there, but it's not what you think. How in the hell would she know what I thought? She didn't know me at all if she could do something like this. If she thought I would ever accept anything like this. I think the trouble she was in had finally hit her. Maybe she thought she was clear and that I wouldn't find out about her cheating, but I had, and now she was in deep S. I was there because I followed you there. Butch and I were behind you all the way, and we watched you get into that Hole's car and drive away. That's all I needed to see. And what I think is that you were a cheating, lying ass that decided that she needed more excitement in her life and to hell with her husband. That's what I think. Now, tell me I'm wrong. The tears were flowing now. She was in trouble and she knew it. She was trying to find some way to make me believe it wasn't true. You're wrong. None of that is true. It's not what it looked like. I wasn't cheating on you, and that's the truth. Sorry. You're trying to give me the same S that S of a friend of yours gave Butch. I don't believe you. You're a married woman. You got into a car with another man after telling me that you were staying at home doing the laundry. Your best friend is a W who cheated on her husband. You've done nothing for the past few months but pick fights with me, making my life a living hell with your B and sniping. And you've stopped wanting me to make love to you. It's all clear now. It was just to justify your cheating. You wanted more, and you went out and got it. That's crazy. None of that is true. You're trying to make me look like I'm cheating, but I'm not. I'm not. I don't want more. I have all I want with you. Then what were you doing in another man's car for an hour and a half? Why would you meet a man and lie to me about it? Why have you been so distant with me lately, and why did we stop making love? Why? God damn it. Tell me why. Do you have those answers? She was rocking back and forth, holding herself with both arms and her head bent down, looking at the floor. The look of a desperate woman, one who had been found out. She was trying to speak, but she was sobbing so hard the words were coming out more like hiccups. There's more to it than that. You just don't understand. You're wrong. I don't believe you. You've already lied to me, and now you're trying to convince me that you're innocent. Well, I don't believe you. If you can lie to me once, you can lie to me again and again. That's what I believe. Delia had now almost completely collapsed. She was moaning and crying and rocking herself, but not saying anything. I think she had run out of things to say, and she had not had time to prepare her lies. Without preparation, lies can be difficult to come up with at the last minute. I'll pack a bag and be out of here as soon as possible. I'll call Harold Feingold in the morning and start the proceedings. You should get your own lawyer since Harold works for me. The response was immediate. Her head flew up, and she stood, arms waving. What do you mean get a lawyer? What do you mean start proceedings? You can't be serious. You don't mean divorce. No. You have to let me explain. It's not what you think. Yes, it is. No, God damn it. No. I'll tell you everything. Just stop this nonsense. I really would like to know what I did that forced her into this. Maybe I could take the time to listen to her story. And I believe she would give me a story. Not the truth. Not now, when it was too late. Just a lie that she felt she could convince me with. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes to tell me your story. But if I hear one single lie, I'm gone and it's over. No more lies. I told you no second chances. Dee stood and walked around the room before starting. I could almost hear the wheels in her head spinning, trying to decide how to convince me of her innocence. Not likely with the truth, but it might be fun to watch her try her lies. Okay, his name is Philip Tartan. He works with Jack Mason. As ready as I thought I was, the fact that she and Martha were F-buddies and she was F-Jack's pal was more than I could take. My vision clouded and everything turned white. The fury that I felt was almost enough to stagger me. I screamed at her. I should have known. Martha F-Jack and you're F-Phil. Good friends stick together, I see. How long has it been going on? Did Martha fix you up? Well, the hell with you. I was so angry that I stood up, glared at Dee, and turned to go pack my bag. I suddenly didn't want to hear any more. When she reached out to grab my arm, I spun and gave her a look that had her stumbling back. She was afraid of me. For the first time in our 9 years of marriage, she was afraid of me, and at this point, I didn't blame her. I can't listen to this now. I thought I could, but I can't. This is too sick even for me. I have to get out of here. Just don't say anything. Please. Just back away and don't say anything. I ran down the long hall to our room and yanked down my overnight bag. I took anything I could grab out of the drawers, threw it in, and closed the bag. I went into the bathroom and, grabbing a plastic bag from the vanity, swept my things into it and tied it closed. That would have to do. I was so angry I was shaking. My hands weren't steady, but I had to make it out to my car. If I could do that, I would be okay. Somehow, I managed to do just that. I got to the door, opened it, and threw my bag down the 3 steps and grabbed the railing to keep me upright. Dee was standing at the door and moved aside just in time to avoid being hit with the bag. Her face was a mixture of fear and panic. Afraid of me and yet not wanting me to leave. Tough. I was out of there. Pete, please. You don't. I asked you to shut up. Please, shut up. Why can't you just shut the F up? I stumbled down the 3 steps to the garage and my car. I threw the bags in the back and got behind the wheel, Dee saying something all the while. I didn't hear her. I refused to hear her as I backed out of the garage and into the street, almost hitting the monstrosity. I spun the wheel and sped away, finally releasing the breath I had been holding all that time. I calmed enough to see where I was and pulled over to the curb to call Butch. I needed a place to crash, and his place would work. He answered, gave me the come-ahead, and I headed for his place. I spent the evening telling Butch of my conversation with Delia, and he just shrugged, telling me that he expected it might be something like that. He knew the guy she was with, and he told me he was Jack's right-hand man. Appears they were sharing our wives for their own pleasure. I felt my fury grow as he talked, but at some point, it just sort of faded away. I guess it's hard to continue at that level of anger without burning out. I knew it would come back, but for now, beer and talking were helping to keep me sane. The following morning was a Sunday, and I woke feeling like I had been in a 10-round fight, one that I lost. Butch told me he had some things to do that morning, so to make myself at home. I got up, cleaned up and dressed in jeans and a t-shirt. I checked for food, found some eggs, and had an egg sandwich. Simple fare, but it hit the spot. I was just sitting around trying to decide what to do when the phone rang. I decided to answer just in case it was him. It was, "Hey bro, everything all right? Did you get something to eat? I don't keep much as you can see." "Thanks, Butch. Yeah, I'm good. egg sandwich in a shower, and I feel like a new man. Well, just wanted to let you know. I talked with Marty this morning just to get the lay of the land. Don't say anything smart about that neither. You might want to call Dee and let her talk. I know how it sounds, but it might be worth your while to hear what she has to say. Damn Butch, what could she say that would make a difference? She's been F around on me, and that's the end of it. Just call bro. Marty told me some that just might be true, but I don't trust her no further than I can throw her. So just call and talk to Dee, okay? You're a buddy, and I want to see you do the right thing. If you want to do what we talked about after you talk to her, I'm good. Just talk to her first, okay?